Watch what comes out of your mouth. Watch the attitudes that you have when it comes out. Make sure they're godly. Because what he will do through these circumstances and through the pressures of life is bring these things up out of you. Ultimately, what's taking place is he's bringing these things to the surface through heat and pressure. Because each and every one of us has things within us that we don't realize that is in there. It's human nature to think we're better than we are. It's just human nature. What will ultimately take place is when this pressure comes on us, no matter where it comes from. And in the life of a believer, everything is a teaching for God. Everything is a teaching for God. So what he's going to do, he will bring these things up and out so that we look at them and hear them. So that we see what we've said, so that it can be revealed to us what attitude that we have with it. So that we, as believers, can get out of the area of denial. Well, that's not me. Two things. You're either in an area of denial, which means you don't realize, or we as believers don't realize this is what we have in us, or we just don't want to believe that's the way it is. Or we are in an area or a state of ignorant grace, if you will. Ignorant grace. Which means what? Even if we do realize that we have these things in us, we believe that the grace of God is acceptable with what we have in us. Which to a certain degree may be truth for a specific small period of time. To a greater degree, this grace is only on us so he doesn't destroy us automatically. But he does not in any way, shape, or form intend to leave these things within us. No, he's not destroying you automatically, so you are in a state of grace, but let's not be ignorant about the grace state that we're in. Let us have God. And then things start happening to people and they wonder what's going on. Well, I thought everything was supposed to be wonderful when I came to God. Actually, things are liable to get harder for you when you come to God. There might be a small period of time which, when you're first born again, you're a little bitty baby. Everything gets done for you. Your nose gets wiped, you get fed, you get changed, you get bathed. Everything gets done for you. But that's a specific small period of time. After that, he relinquishes responsibility into an individual's life, and then demands that person step up and live according to the responsibility he's given. When they don't live up to that, the pressure starts. Okay, so watch what happens under pressure. I understand. Now, I believe what you're saying. I believe what you said. You know what? I just don't have to. Why don't you just be who you are? I know who you are. You even know who you are. I know who you are. God tells me. That's how I know. How do you know? God tells me. That's how I know. God lets me know. He gives me revelation as to what that is and what's going on. So this pressure, now for you, I am talking to you specifically, but everybody in the world, everybody that ever hears this, it's going to be the same for them. He made you a specific individual for a specific purpose. When we come to God, we have all these outside forces trying to shape us and mold us into what they think the calling, gifting, and empowerment of God in our life should be according to their preconceived notion of incorrectness. If we in our infancy or immature state allow them to control us, which is what we're talking about tonight, if we in our infancy or immature state allow outside forces to control us, they shape us and mold us into something that is not what God wanted, because, quite honestly, let me be honest with you, even in the Christian church, you have no idea what you're trying to do. Stop it. Why? Because you're immature yourself. We're trying to shape and mold people before your time. It may be something you'll do later in life, but for now, your pastor's the one that does it, not you. In your specific life, that does not override what we talked about last week. You are responsible for that, and you need to do that.